We have lots of cows on our train layout, lots of places for cows, lots of management of cows needed. So my dad had this old Campbell kit. I actually have two others on the layout. This one was not built. So my dad decided to go ahead and build this one. He's staining it up now. Not sure when that was purchased. And since we're talking about cows, this is Como, and if you look at the original track plan in Como, there actually was a cattle yard, but it was on the left side of these tracks. Well, I don't really have a left side, so we put this one on the right side. I don't know for sure what they look like, but there is out there in the world of the internet kind of the standard plans for Colorado Southern cattle pens type of stuff, and it's different than this, but hey, this one literally cost me $1, I think, so we're using that for the moment, and it'll probably stay there. But anyways, it has representation of cattle here. Show you this little area again too. Technically this is supposed to be Alpine Station. It's the wrong buildings, wrong water tower, whatever. But it's not a blank piece of wood anymore. We can change it later. But what I want to show you is this little pathway between these buildings. I didn't glue them down, I just kind of set them here. But I just want to show you or tell you how I did this pathway. It was very quick and easy. I picked up this fine model railroading tool. Some people know it as a spoon. I guess you could use it for cereal and stuff. But this is what I used to make that path. Basically just took the spoon and I just rubbed the dirt that I had here, and it kind of flattened it out and makes it a different color. And that's it. That's the secret. Looking at the Colorado Southern layout, there's a lot of dirt here. Technically, it should probably be a lot of grass, like that cheat grass stuff that burns up really quick and easy if you look at it wrong. But anyways, so we're going to do this static grass stuff. So to do that, this here is the Woodland Scenics Static Kind. I've shot video of this before and posted none of it because our success rate thus far has been 0%. It just isn't sticking up for us. So sitting here next to the milk chocolate almonds is a test board my dad had done with different lengths and different whatever. And basically we just got peach fuzz. Nothing's really standing up. Just didn't really work at all. So we've been using it with the battery, and we decided, well, I think we need to use it with the power adapter that we don't have because we didn't purchase that. So looking around on the internet, well, looking at the bottom of the static grass thing, it says what it needs to be, and so, well, I actually lost it. I had some kind of power adapter somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Okay, well, my dad is being productive, and after me looking around for like 10 minutes of where the power cord is that I found for this, I found it. It's right here, of course, because I needed wire cutters. So, so the trick with this guy is that, let's show you. Okay, this is a disclaimer. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just kind of looked around on the internet. So this next part of the video, I'm gonna do something. Do your own research before you do whatever, because I don't know if it's gonna work. I think it will, but do your own research. Don't take my word for it. There, I told you. All right. So from what I can determine on the internet, as long as it's over 300 milliamps, should be okay. And it looks like the actual Woodland Scenics one is actually 1.5 amps. So this should be good. The problem is that the center pin needs to be negative, which I'm finding out is very uncommon. So I'm gonna cut the wire, flip it around, and glue it back, solder it back together. We'll see what happens. You know, you're not gonna get any great details on this, but I'm gonna get myself some shrink tube, and well, and I'm just cutting the wire in half and flipping it around. How complicated is it? Maybe about there. No, let's do it down here. Oh, point of no return. We have to fix it now. Alright, I'll show you what I got when I'm done. Okay, I'll show you where I'm at. Cut these off, tin them, which means I just put some flux on the end of the wires and put a little bit of solder on them so it's easier to solder them. You can't really see it, but I slid on some shrink tube so I can do those up a little bit better when it's all done. I messed it up. Let me show you what I did.
The best training is that obtained at a first-class electrical engineering school.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stop the video here for a moment, give you a second, hit the little thumbs up button down there. Hold on, it's easy, just click. Cool. Alright, here we go.
The public demands prompt and efficient repair service.
So the goal is to take these two wires, cut them, and flip them around and solder them back together backwards. So what did I do? I got that part right, but the shrink tube I put on, which was this, ended up being a little bit too small to try to slide over the connections, the new connections, wouldn't slide over. So I had to cut them all off, take it all apart again. So the moral of the story is, listen to yourself. If you're thinking, that's probably gonna be too small, you're probably right. All right, my shrink tube fits. Gonna shrink it. It works much better. And there you have it. All soldered back together backwards. So it should match the polarity of what the Static King desires. Lighting in here is horrible. If you decide to do this with your Static King, do your own research. Don't take my word for it. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, so don't say I didn't warn you. To make me feel better, I plugged this into a voltmeter, and I have the positive on the outside and negative on the inside, and it's working. And in hindsight, I probably should have tested the wall wart out first before I, you know, started doing surgery on it. But whatever, it works. So I kind of used a pen and marked that I changed that on there so we know. And I put that on there. This is for Static Grass, that's right. Okay. Ooh, that's bright. Okay, so I just put some straight white glue on that. This is some diluted Mod Podge we had. Straight glue, just little dots. See if it makes tufts. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so we did some experiments, and this actually worked much better. I will try to get an angle on this so you can kind of see it. We're new to this static grass thing, so I know you got to do layers and stuff, I suppose, but just some experiments. And this is a very interesting experiment. What that is not static grass. Yeah, let me see if I can get a different angle on this to show you. And if you're wondering, this Static King did not burn up into a puff of smoke when we plugged in our modified wall wart majig down here. Seemed to work okay. Much better than using just the battery. And we're in a generally dry, not very humid climate, if that makes a difference or not. Okay, so this is the 2mm grass. Just kind of trying to manually focus this so you can see it. But it's sticking up quite well, actually. And that's on, I think, the full strength glue. We have not vacuumed this off yet. That was on the diluted kind of Mod Podge, but it's working. I don't know how well that looks in the camera, but it worked. Way better than the results we've been getting before. This is the longer stuff here. Kind of thick, but that is working pretty good. This is actually kind of a mix of the taller and shorter stuff, and that's looking pretty good, I think. I know you're probably supposed to do it multiple passes, but we just thought we'd mix it all together. It was a little bit hard to see. We just thought we'd experiment. But that is actually sawdust. We just wanted to see if it would stick up. And it kind of does. So I don't know, might do something with that. Here it is, definitely sticking up. Much better results than we've ever had before. So having that thing plugged into the wall with 12 volts is a good thing. So this will work, I think. We need to probably experiment with it and practice with it before we attack a portion of the layout, but this will be good. So you know, this is Como, and there's no grass at all. It looks good, but there really should be some grass. Here's a picture with some paint on it of that general perspective there, and there's definitely some grass in there, so this will help. Then also Kenosha Pass. Here's back in the day Kenosha Pass. I don't see a lot of grass in this particular area, but there's a lot of human activity right now, but maybe in the background is probably grass. But this is kind of more present day Kenosha Pass, and look at all that. I mean, that's all, there's no dirt there. It's all the grass. So a lot of this should be covered like that, I think. And this is gonna be our Kenosha Pass area, so got to do a pond and all that type of stuff, but I feel like a lot of this will be grass. Here's a Western Pacific box car my dad put together, a kit. He's had this laying around for a little while, but it's a RoundHouse kit, so it's nice to have that put together. And on the layout, we're secretly really big fans of the Western Pacific Railroad. Okay, so that's it. It's the Nearly Historical Railroad channel. We did some static grass experiments, worked on cattle pens, and I don't know, other stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. And I don't know, that's it. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.